Jal was downloading Flight Sim 20, feeling bored. Then noticed you were streaming all of the things. Boredom over. Let me know what you think about Flight Sim. Speaking about Casa, that's the Christmas present I bought her dad. She's getting him Flight Sim 20, and I bought him a hot ass system. But one of the ones that's like, because he used to fly, so I got one of the ones that's actually a plain flight sim, not like you know, combat and all that and sci-fi stuff. It was like properly modeled. I learned that he hasn't flown in a long time, but he was super excited about Flight Sim 20. I thought, oh, that's really sweet. Like, it's sad that he hasn't been able to indulge in his hobby for a long time. So, the closer I could make it to his hobby, I thought he'd be really pleased with it. There we go. I love the different sounds of mining when they're mining something hard versus something soft. I read an article yesterday that mentioned there is some building in Australia that, due to a typo on some map site, was created at 250 stories tall. Yeah, there's a lot of weirdness like that, actually, all over the place. And it's gloriously funny. If this is 50 kilos, then I want it to send a green signal. Above 50 kilos. This one needs to be whatever this is set to. Damn it. There we go. And I want this one. There. Yeah, Buckingham Palace looks interesting. Yes, that's a very, very, very diplomatic way of putting it. Some of the major landmarks. It's so funny. As many true nerds said, it's like, seriously though, why did no one check these things? I mean, you just Google top 10 tourist destinations in the world and just make sure those ones look good. And you can't argue with the logic there. It's like, yeah, I suppose so, actually. That does make sense, does it not? Oh, I see why this is all going to hell in a handbasket all of a sudden. The liquid is escaping out here. Poop. Okay, temporary fix then. Pretty simple fix, actually. Airflow tiles. Airflow tiles have a curious. You know what? I'm not going to glitch it like that. Airflow tiles basically don't suffer pressure damage, but I refuse. I refuse to cheese the system in such a way. I demand that this be done right now, so that we can once again start stacking up water in here to cool off my thermoactive units. Flight Sim 20 is a massive in size as well. It's a 150 gigabyte download, and apparently the map data Microsoft has stored is 2 petabytes or something like that. I was watching Italics. Oh, what's wrong? Longhoff? Why? Why Longhoff? Why are you there? There we go. Apparently, it does model a lot of stuff too. It's not just the flying. You can play it very arcadey if you want, but Italics was you know, fully role playing. You know, calling the fuel truck, calling the you know, the cafeteria, all of that sort of stuff, the extending the bridges and stuff, even though there aren't actually any passengers on it, they're not modeled at all. He was doing the full 9 yards. It was actually really cool to watch. And then after about an hour of going through all the checks and lists, because he's got it all set on very, very difficult. He's learning the game on the highest difficulty, basically. So there's no like flight assist, nothing like that. And after about an hour of going through all the checks, making sure everything was done in the right order that you're meant to, on because he's learning a new plane at the same time. As he was taking off, he forgot to do something with the landing gear and crashed. After an hour, he went to the effort of finding an actual flight that was leaving from the station that he was leaving from, Cape Town to Johannesburg. He was flying, and he found that flight that was leaving, and he timed it and everything. And then after an hour of setup, just straight up crashed. It was simultaneously the most painful and hilarious thing I think I've ever watched on stream. I'm going to set this up for the... Oh, are we moving the... Oh, are we putting the crude oil somewhere already? Oh, we are. Never mind then. I don't need it in here. Flair, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits there. Watch many of your plays on YouTube. Glad to finally get to see a live stream. Keep up the awesome work and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Same to you, man. Exactly, Mangaboy. You know, as a streamer, I could feel that pain, but also as a streamer, I could laugh at it. Because you get. That was painfully hilarious to observe. Truly. Truly. It was excruciatingly hilarious. I'm a bad friend. I know I am. He gets. Uh-oh. Really? Again? Still? It's not happy fun times. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to bump this up to half of a packet of polluted water or water. I need that done reasonably fast too. There we go. There we go. That's gonna help out a bit more. Also, I'm going to pop this there so that it stops leaking off in that direction. I need it to always flow over the aqua tune. I could pump this water back into the reservoir, or I could leave it for now. It's not actually necessary for me to move it just yet. For the time being, things are okay. 38, it's leaving at 39, so it is cooling this area. Gradually cooling it. And I'm okay with that. Alright, so, next things next. Let's pop down a high pressure gas vent, just over here. And a gas pipe. See, this is the problem. Realistically, to make the use of the energy that I'm using on filtering, I want to pipe it over here. I can do that. It's going to be a bloody long pipe, though. I'm going to need to make this out of steel. Alright, it's fine. Out of here, and then we need to switch over to igneous rock. Okay, we'll follow the return pipe. Oh, come on, xylophone. Xylophone, play with me. That sounded wrong. We'll follow the return liquid pipe, I think. It's a lot easier if you just hold down the build button and then just use the WASD to move around. Come over to here. And then bridge across. It'll take him a while to finish that, but it'll get all of the gas where it needs to go. This can now be deconstructed. Well, actually, I think I'll leave it there for a second. Get this swept up, please. And then we need you. Making you out of steel as well. I don't know what I'm able to do. Now we need water to be brought in. And automation to be hooked up. Already hooked up, good. So, water. Now, herein is the problem. That water pipe is a bloody long way away. And it's going to gather a lot of heat. Though, that being said, it doesn't need to worry about that over much. I'm specifically not giving one area priority over the other. Maybe I should. Maybe this should have priority, and then this one should have priority, and then so on and so forth, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I'm out of igneous rock? Crap biscuits. Well, I guess we're going to have to burrow into some of these places then. Sedimentary over there, don't need that. Some igneous rock on the outside. Not a lot. Regolith over there. Anywhere else I can grab some igneous rock from? Igneous rock down here. Okay. I'm going to be super lazy, and I'm just going to draw across. We're going to core out this entire area. It's got a lot of coal here as well, which is nice. Yeah, we'll leave this on a 5. I'm okay with it being dug up as a 5. I want the... hopefully they are being done as a 7, yes. So that means that, ideally speaking, we should see the area cored out properly before... sorry, the ladders built before we finish coring the place. But as we're already seeing, that is not necessarily always the case. All the way up. I'll be giving my dupes quite a lot of work to do, as you can probably tell. A great period of expansion. It's going to be marvelous. And this was access into a new geyser. Problem with this is the odds of my duplicants being stuck and then running out of air because I'm not paying enough attention, I mean because they're dumb, is very, very high on doing any large-scale job like this. It is almost always better to do it slowly so you have more control over it. Almost always the case that it's better to do it that way. But we'll see how it goes. There'll be plenty of bleachstone to haul around though, which would be nice. Are we still in bleachstone down here? Yeah, cool. This place is continuing to melt, which is kind of good for us, ultimately, but in the immediate, not amazing. I know, there's lots of chlorine being released, but I'm not too concerned about it. Ultimately, my plan is to have each location basically completely isolated, and then I'm going to vacuum the rest of the map. It'll take me an inordinate amount of time and effort to do, but I don't care. So I don't mind if there are mixed gases outside of my kind of reserved spaces. That doesn't bother me too much. I could give this a reasonable priority. Now that is done, I'm going to mop all the liquid up from in here. Because ultimately I only want water in here. I'll pop a little bit of water in here later. But right now I want all of this liquid out. At this stage, I also feel that it's unnecessary to have this. I think we can probably just have the water pipes. Just go straight down. Yeah. I think we can probably make that happen. Hey, 221T, it's good to see you as well, mate. I'm glad you were able to make the stream. Have fun, DJ Longshot. Now that's done, let's go ahead and remove these pipes. That pipe. We'll allow the system to vent out. Actually, you know what? I can just deconstruct this. I don't specifically need to wait for that one. And the reason why I can deconstruct it is because it won't drop its liquid as a liquid. It'll drop its liquid as in jars. It's actually kind of a useful way of moving liquids around for that reason. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You've gotten stuck. You're stuck there now, mopping forever. Oh, the humanity. What I need to do is really give this more of a lip. I'll pop an airflow towel there. Because otherwise you're going to be there forever. Oh, you finally got away. Well done. You escaped. Your cruel fate has been avoided for now. Thank you very much for gifting the sub to 221T there, Trivinix. That was really kind of you. Diolch. I know, right? Oh no, that was basically it. Yep, rip that duplicant. This is your forever now. I hope you like mopping. Right, how are things going down here? Well, they're coming along. I'm giving my duplicants an awful lot of jobs to do. I appreciate that. This is not helping. I'm part of the problem. I love those weird waterfalls that it creates now and then. It's deeply amusing. Right, need to dig this out. Also that. Replace these. And then once that's gone, we'll replace that with with insulated tile, and at that stage, we can start venting stuff out. Ah, but wait. Yeah, we've got to wait until the vacuum tube's hooked up before I can start trying to use this properly, because if that door has to be opened, I can allow the wrong gases in. And once those wrong gases are in there, it's going to be really hard to get them back out. Okay. How do I get around this? I could make this fail-safe system of this room be a hamster wheel. And that if someone gets trapped, or if a couple of people get trapped in here, they can run on the hamster wheel until it generates enough power to get them back out. But that's going to be awkward. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, obviously a water lock is the easiest way of doing it. That's the reality. It would be super easy to manage a water lock. That said, I could create... See, using power transformers, you can effectively create a one-way path for energy. So I could have a dedicated like coal power plant as a last resort backup if something were to go wrong. That will only feed power into this transformer, thus only activating this part of the industrial brick. It's entirely possible to do. And I could have transformers on each of these levels, only allowing a specific amount of power to the rest of it. Yeah, I could do that. Huh. Have some power generation on the inside, some power generation on the outside. It would activate this pump, but that pump will only activate under certain circumstances. Huh. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to create a system of fail-safes so that there can be power in here, even if there's no power in the rest of the base. There's always a way of generating power to get through out of this. I think that'll be a way of doing it. Hey, Raika, how you doing, mate? Thank you very much for the 28 months. But water locks are cheating. I know, indeed. Water locks are cheating. Okay, that's why I'm going to do everything I can to avoid it. They're not really cheating, though, are they? I mean, they're not quite used in the same way that Oni water locks are used. But a water lock that was a real water lock could be used. And by that, what I mean is an Oni water lock is this. I think that's an Oni water lock. Like, one... This is, from what I can tell, it's about 1 meter squared. And there's like, 3 grams of water here. That's enough to resist the pressure of 8,000 gigatons of oxygen over here and 29 million gigatons of CO2 over here. The 3 grams of water there, that's enough. That's enough. It's easily enough. The surface tension of that water is many times the kinetic force of smashing universes together. Nothing will ever break through that. Nothing. Many times. That's what I don't like. However, a waterlock like this... with all of this as water... No, that's perfectly fine. That makes sense. That's basically how waterlocks work in real life. Yeah, the only thing that can break it is someone walking past who happens to be carrying, you know, like 500-degree regolith. Then you're buggered. You're utterly buggered. The gas is there. They're going to be having a crazy gas orgy in about 3 seconds. It will now also include steam. It's not just oxygen and CO2. It's going to be steam as well. And if you're passing by a plastic ladder on your way, it's now going to contain naphtha and then sour gas. See, I don't mind making locks out of visco gel, because the amount of effort that goes into getting it, and it's like, it's spacey wacy, timey wimey stuff. Yeah, it's stuff from space. It's alien stuff. I mean, at that point, you know, considering the crazy sci-fi-ness of Oni, you could be like, yeah, this is a trans-Newtonian material. It exhibits non-Euclidean properties. You don't understand how it works because it's not from our universe. Therefore, it is completely beyond your critique. At that point, it's like, yeah, no, fair enough. But yeah, we could absolutely make a waterlock like this. That is 100% viable, instead of all of this stuff. Well, maybe we should. But the problem with that, you see, is it has to be something which can handle the temperatures that the steam is going to be getting up to. So it has to be something that remains a liquid at past 200 degrees. Oil would do it. Oil would absolutely be able to manage that. That's liquid up to 399, at which point it turns into petroleum. Petroleum would super be able to do it. Because that's a liquid up until 530. We could totally make that waterlock. I wouldn't be against that. But I kind of like this solution better. I find it's kind of cool. But on the plus side, you know, I'm basically having to cool this area because if any steam gets over there, 200 degrees, it'll melt the transit tube. So I actively have to cool it. So, you know what? Maybe we should. Maybe I should dial back. Maybe I should, for once, relax my crazy high standards. I don't know, chat. It's scary. What if I start down that dark path and forever it controls my destiny? What if? This isn't just a quick fix for a simple problem. This is the beginning of the path to the dark side. You understand this? Coffee lies that way, indeed. Indeed it does. Yeah, I know. It starts out by making an oil water lock, and it ends up with using pneumatic doors to infinitely compress water into a one-tile space. It's a slippery slope. Who knows where we'll end up? What kind of tea do I drink? I drink... You probably have an easier time of listing the teas that I haven't tasted in my life. In terms of what ones I drink on the regular, lapsang, oolong, chai. I know, chai is literally the word for tea, but you know what I mean when I say chai. Earl Grey, Lady Grey occasionally if I'm feeling like it. Rooibos, Assam. Sometimes I'll have a bit of Scottish breakfast. I'm fairly certain a sour gas boiler does still work for net positive fuel. But okay, you know what? You know what? We will do this. We will make a real liquid lock. So it's going to be a deep liquid lock. That does mean I need to move my ladder across again. That is fine. So if I had a wall there, if I move across 2 more tiles, then I can have a 2-tile wide water lock, which gives me plenty of room to fill it up properly. Alright. 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 You convinced me, chat. Did that chat actually convince me? I need a straw poll, clearly. You know what? Yeah, we're going to do a straw poll. This is an important decision.